Jason Kelce
is Taylor Swift's boyfriend-in-law.
So, his wife just started a podcast, his wife, Kylie. I think it's successful enough, so I'm not going to say the name
they
of
don't
the
need
podcast
us promoting them.
it. And,
yeah.
We want you to listen to us. They do not need us. But they've got 3 kids, and she's pregnant with the 4th one, and she just started this podcast. And one of the questions asked is, where are your kids while you're doing this podcast? And she says, well, they're home with childcare. I got childcare for them. I always get childcare for them when they leave the house. And the co-host was like, well, even when your husband is home, he's like, even when he's home, it doesn't matter. I always get childcare for them. And then she, quickly tried to caveat it. He's busy. He's that. But then she followed up and was like, but I don't, he does not look after the kids, essentially. She makes sure that the kids are looked after. And if she's not there for whatever reason, he is not in charge of the kids. The childcare that she hired is in charge of the kids. And I thought, for one thing, this is a firestorm. I don't think
maybe she knows exactly what she's doing.
But there's been a firestorm, a lot of funny kind of tweets about it. There's one tweet, I just want to read just because they're funny. I got all these from Huffington Post, so, blame them. But like, straight women are not okay. I can't imagine being married to someone I don't trust with my kids. That's insane. And someone else said the fact that Jason has never had to worry about being responsible for his children is mind-boggling to me. And my favorite is, I would be genuinely embarrassed to admit this. It sounds like Kylie also has a 37-year-old son at home. Like, these are the kinds of things people are saying. And yet you hear the other side. Jason's busy. Jason's a millionaire. He brings in all of this money.
Oh, that's the only difference. I think, like, immediately my thought was like, I can't believe that one man can't take care of his 3 children. At the same time, I think, obviously, if I had money and I could pay somebody else to be there, pick up all the toys and to make sure the snacks are put away, and like, he can be there and be fun play dad because he's, my multimillionaire making husband, then yeah, money solves a lot of these problems.
But then she said, if that means that he's at the house and someone else is there, and that's what we have going on, he will not be watching the kids. So essentially, the person in charge and responsible when she's not home is not him. So it's the childcare person. He bears no responsibility for the children at all. And to me, sure, you can buy your way. It seems like any rich family with a nanny or whatever, but it still feels, because then I'm like, well, why would she bring this up? Why is she talking about it?
I think we know why she's talking about it, because we're talking about it right now. But also, like, I guess the opposite side is, I don't know how young their kids are. 3 kids is a lot of fucking kids. If it's about to be a 4th, that's a lot. It sounds like, my guess is that they're fairly young.
They're very young.
And her husband, especially during football season, is traveling every other week at a minimum and training and at camp. Like, I don't know how, like, when in his off season, does he spend time with the kids? How do the kids feel with them? Do they listen to him? Like, there's all kinds of, in non-rich families, this happens all of the time, where like the kids don't listen to the dad. So like the mom has to be there, and, or the dad just doesn't feel like it, or he doesn't think that it needs as much direct oversight as the mom thinks. So like, she's just found a solution.
My counter to that is that sometimes I think there's a certain sense of just pride in being the ones the kids rely on. It's a dynamic where you can inadvertently almost infantilize your husband in this scenario.
No way.
I don't know. Because has she put him in a position to be in charge of the kids, and what has happened?
I'm sure she has. And that is why she's hired someone.
But I am not sure she has. Maybe she hasn't. Like, maybe if she were to put him in charge of the kids, it'd be okay.
It's possible. I used to, in my several jobs ago, used to travel for work regularly. So like every 6 weeks or so, I'd be gone for nearly a work week. And my kids were much younger then. And that was kind of my experience in this. Like, even though I was the full-time breadwinner at the time, and he was home with the kids during the day, like, I would come home at night and I would still make dinner and make things clean and make sure everybody was doing homework and that sort of thing. And it wasn't because I enjoyed being the responsible one. It was more like, the things need to get done. So I got them done. And so when I was out of town, I would dread coming back to the house that I'd had to come back to. Because like he was good at keeping them alive, good at taking them to school, good at, like they ate whatever they ate, which is fine because at the end of the day, it's all that matters is that they've eaten. But it would be like the biggest disaster. So like, yes, you were responsible and you did all the things. You just didn't do them like well.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like or a crazy comment. We'd love to hear from you, and see you again soon.